All right, so this is your Quiz 4 study guide. The work that I do on study guide day is what you should be showing me on the quiz each week. And if you don't, then you won't get credit for the quiz. Because the quiz is open notes, and it should take you at least as much work as it takes me to do these problems. So we got 7 problems today, and problem number 1, you're asked to solve the absolute value equation, graph the solution. We got 2 times the absolute value of 4x minus 5 minus 2 equal to negative 4. So we're going to add 2 to each side. We get 2 times the absolute value of 4x minus 5 equal to negative 2. We're going to divide each side by 2. These 2's cancel. And look what happens. We get the absolute value of 4x minus 5 is equal to negative 1. Can an absolute value ever be negative?
No.
No. So this is no solution. Hey, you gonna pay attention over there? All right, number 2. We got 4 times absolute value of 3x plus 5 plus 2 is equal to 10. So we're trying to get the absolute value symbol by itself. So subtract 2 from each side. We get 4 times the absolute value of 3x plus 5 is equal to 8. And then divide both sides by 4. And the absolute value of 3x plus 5 is equal to 2. When you get to this stage of the problem, you write 2 equations. You write 3x plus 5 is equal to 2, and 3x plus 5 is equal to negative 2. And then solve both of those. So subtract 5 from each side. 3x is equal to negative 3, and divide both sides by 3. Get an x that's equal to negative 1, and subtract 5 from each side. 3x is equal to negative 7. Divide each side by 3, and x equals negative 7/3. Any questions on those, either of those first 2? All right, then. Number 3. Problem 3 says solve the equation. Check for extraneous solutions. You better check your answer in this case. All right, because an extraneous solution is an It's an extra answer. It's an answer that you get by following mathematical technique, but when you substitute it into the equation, it may not work. So make sure when you see check for extraneous solutions that you check. So number 3, we got 5 times absolute value of 3 minus 9x equal to 9x plus 9. So we got to divide everything by 5 here. And on this right-hand side, you got to divide everything by 5. So we get the absolute value of 3 minus 9x equal to 9/5 x plus 9/5. And now we've got the absolute value symbol by itself. So we rewrite the equation as 3 minus 9x equals 9/5 x plus 9/5. And then 3 minus 9x equals negative 9/5 x minus 9/5. And if you don't have a calculator yet, it'd be a good time to get one before tomorrow's quiz. Unless you're good enough with fractions that you don't need a calculator. All right, so right over here on this equation on the left, gonna subtract let's see, we're gonna move the 9x. So we're gonna add 9x to each side. And then subtract 9/5 from each side. That'll cancel the variables on the left and put them all on the right. So 3 minus 9/5 is 7 1/5 is equal to 9/5 x plus 9, 10 4/5. And these cancel. So we got to divide each side by 10 4/5. So 7 1/5 divided by 10 4/5 is 2/3 is equal to x. So there's one of your solutions. Then we're going to do the same thing in this other equation. We're going to add 9x to each side and add 9/5 to each side. So 3 plus 9/5 is 4 4/5. These 9x's cancel. And negative 9/5 plus 9 is 7 1/5 x. And these 9/5 here cancel. So we're going to divide each side by 7 1/5. So 4 4/5 divided by 7 1/5 That equals 2/3 as well. So, and then you'll just, if you only get one answer like that, you'll just have to take that solution and check it into the original equation and make sure that it works. All right, problem number 4, 5, 6, and 7. Solve the inequality. Graph the solution. We got the absolute value of 2x plus 3 greater than or equal to 19. So the absolute value symbol is on one side by itself, so we just write two equations. We go 2x plus 3 greater than or equal to 19, and then 2x plus 3 less than or equal to negative 19. Change the direction of the inequality and negate. So subtract 3 from each side. 2x is greater than or equal to 16. Divide each side by 2. X is greater than or equal to 8. In this second equation, subtract 3 from each side. So 2x is less than or equal to negative 22, and then divide each side by 2. So x is less than or equal to negative 11. So when you graph this, you want the negative 11 on the number line. We're less than or equal to negative 11, so it's closed circle. And it's going to the left. On the positive 8, it's greater than or equal to 8, so it's closed again. And we're going to the right. So that would be an OR statement. If you're not shading between the points, we got x is greater than or equal to 8, or x is less than or equal to negative 11. Do this. Absolute value of 2x plus 10 less than or equal to 26. Again, the absolute value symbol is already over here by itself. So we're going to write two equations. 2x plus 10 is less than or equal to 26. 2x plus 10 greater than or equal to negative 26. And just solve them both. So subtract 10 from each side. 2x is less than or equal to 16. Divide by 2. X is less than or equal to 8. In the other equation, we subtract 10 from each side. 2x is greater than or equal to negative 36. Divide both sides by 2. X is greater than or equal to negative 18. Our number line, we got our negative 18 on it. We got our positive 8. We're going less than or equal to 8, so we're closed. Going here. On the negative 18, we're closed. And we're greater than or equal to negative 18, so we're going here. So this could also be written as negative 18 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 8. Problem number 6 is 2 All right, number 6, we got 2 times the absolute value of x plus 1/4 less than 9, and divide each side by 2. Absolute value of x plus 1/4 less than 9 over 2. Rewrite it twice. So we go x plus 1/4 less than 9 over 2, and x plus 1/4 greater than negative 9 over 2. Solve them both. X is less than 9 over 2 minus 1/4. 4 and 1/4, or 4.25. And then subtract 1/4 from each side. X will be greater than negative 9/2 minus 1/4 is negative 4.75. So we've got this negative 4.75 on the graph, and we got the 4.25. We're open on both. And we are greater than the 4.75, and we're less than the 4.25, so we're shading in the middle. And then we got one more problem. Let me write the problem down in case this computer decides to stop working again. Number 7 is the absolute value of 4x plus 8 greater than 28. Your steps would be exactly the same as problem number 4. I'll do it if I can get some room. All right, so the absolute value symbol is by itself. So we write 4x plus 8 is greater than 28. And 4x plus 8 is less than negative 28. Solve them both and graph them. We get 4x is greater than 20. So x is greater than 5. And in this other equation, we get a 4x that's less than negative 36. So x is less than negative 9. So we go negative 9 on the graph, and we go positive 5 on the graph. We're less than the negative 9, so we're open and we're going left. We're greater than the 5, so we're open again and we're going to the right. So you'd probably see that answer with a 4 in between it. All right, that completes your study guide. Does anybody have any questions? All right, you're working in the ALEKS app for the rest of the period.